Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Bring you our NFL Week 13 preview between the Arizona Cardinals and the New York Jets. Now let's take a look at some keys to victory for both teams, starting with the Cardinals.
Looking at the Cardinals in this matchup, and a lot has been said about the struggles of the quarterback position, but the way they can help out that quarterback, one, with the running game, and two, getting the tight ends involved, Rob Hausler and also Jeff King, getting those guys involved will help alleviate some of the pressure, one, on the offensive line, and two, on a young quarterback. So I think that's going to have to be part of the game plan this week for the Arizona Cardinals, working those tight ends in the passing game. And defensively, when you look at what the Cardinals do well, they love to apply pressure. And I think they can get even more aggressive this week versus the Jets, who don't threaten anyone vertically down the field. So look for them to send probably Patrick Peterson on a corner blitz, or William Gay, even Adrian Wilson playing closer to the line of scrimmage to help in the running game, and also getting pressure on Mark Sanchez. I think you're going to see a much more aggressive unit defensively from the Cardinals as they take on the New York Jets. Now let's move over to the Jets in this matchup, and defensively what we're going to see this week is a team that's going to be dedicated on getting better run fits, because quiet as kept, the Cardinals can run the football, and the Jets don't want to make this a balanced game for them, so they're going to have to get better run fits from their linebackers in order to stop the run. On the back end, when you look at the secondary, you look at the matchup between Antonio Cromartie and Larry Fitzgerald. He's the best safety blanket for a quarterback other than the tight ends. You have a great receiver in Fitzgerald. Cromartie has the size and the athleticism. The matchup, that's going to be what you should watch this week as they take on the Cardinals. But let's go inside the lab and look at the Jets offense and what they can do this week to get a rhythmic passing game going for Mark Sanchez and those wide receivers.
In order for the Jets to have some success this week versus the Arizona Cardinals' very tough and aggressive secondary, they got to get Sanchez in a rhythm. And we have drawn up 3 plays in which they can get that rhythmic passing game going. You see right here, just based on formation and based off simple concept routes. 1, you're going to have a built-in hot route. 2, you're going to have your deep route. And you're going to have your safety valve. And here's what we're going to attack. You see they run the 3-4 defense. We got 2 receivers bunched to this side. We got 1 back in the backfield. So we're going to have Sanchez run. We're going to have the receiver on this side run the quick slant. Why? Because it's going to draw either this backer here, cornerback is going to follow, free safety is going to try to squeeze, and you also have the tight end streaking down the seam. So that's going to either pull this strong safety here, and we have the quick breaking out that's going to probably pull this backer, and we're going to have to clear our route on the outside. So this is your hot read. This is where you want to go right away. If they're blitzing, boom, get the ball out quickly. Or if you see the cornerback squatting on this blitz, you can easily hit the takeoff route, and you still have the slot receiver running down the seam, splitting the safeties. So that's what you want. And this is also a safety valve. If everything is covered, hit the back, get the cheap 2 to 3 yards. Here we have out of a broken eye set, but we flexed the tight end. We didn't fully put them out, or we didn't put them tight to the line of scrimmage. We flexed them. Still a basic broken eye formation. And we're going to have the tight end run down the hash trying to pull this strong safety, and it widens out the coverage. And we're going to have the wide receiver run a whip route. And this is your first read, because what's going to happen, you have the cornerback coming here and try to hurry up and get back out, getting lost in the trash. So essentially this route with the tight end is a rub route, and this is where you want to go with the football. This is your safety valve, dumping it off to the fullback right over top, cheap 2 to 3 yards, and always have the backside slant just to pull the linebackers right there. So you hold those guys on this side. You want to hit this one here, and if you see a matchup that you like, or if this guy gets caught looking in the backfield and you can get Dustin Keller down the hash, hit him. But you really want to go here to here, and these are auxiliary routes just in case. And the basic of all basic routes, mirrored routes. We have two curls on both sides. And why this works, this is an easy way to get a quarterback in a rhythm, and it goes all the way down to the high school level. 2 curls on the outside, tight end splitting the seam, trying to pull one of these safeties, and boom, quick. And the reason why you flare out the back is to pull this linebacker here, clearing room for this curl to operate, because you already have the natural bubble here with the open space, and you have the tight end running underneath down the middle. So it's all about getting Sanchez in a rhythm, and these are 3 examples of how they can get that rhythmic passing game going this week versus the Arizona Cardinals.
The X factor for the Cardinals will be quarterback Ryan Lindley. He's going to have to improve his play. Yes, he's a rookie, but you have to play better than you're showing right now. They have a shot at the playoffs, and this is a must-win game for them to keep their hopes alive. For the Jets, it's going to be the play of the wide receivers. They're going to have to get open. They're going to see a lot of bump press. They're going to see a lot of cover 1, cover 3, so they're going to have to make those plays when called upon in the passing game. And here are my coaching points for both teams in this matchup. For the Cardinals, they have to get better quarterback play. That's obvious. 4 quarters of pressure. They can win this game on defense if they continue to play downhill with their pressure, and they have to score on defense. They got to help out that offense, got to get points on the board from your defense and or special teams. For the Jets, they got to be able to handle the blitz. The Cardinals do a great job of applying pressure. They have to be able to pick it up and communicate amongst that offensive line, and they have to make it a boring game. That means running the football, operating off play action, safe throws, make it a boring game, and that's how you win. Excellent special teams is the third point. They have to look to make sure they don't allow Patrick Peterson to beat them with a punt return or a kickoff return for a touchdown from LaRod Stevens-Howling, and that's how both teams can have a chance to win this matchup. I like the Jets in this ball game. For me, it came down to one thing. What quarterback can I trust the most to win this game? And I can trust a combination of Sanchez and Tebow more than I can trust Ryan Lindley at this point. Although the Cardinals do have better weapons at the receiver position, the Jets are a little bit more consistent at the QB spot. And defensively, I think they'll be aggressive enough to put Lindley in some situations where he's not going to be comfortable. So I look for the Jets to win this ball game at home. And I want to give a huge shout out to Jet fan forums and Cardinal fan forums for always showing football game plan support.